So let's talk about the beginning of the sci-fi epic Dune. House Atreides is given control of Arrakis, which is, without a doubt, the single most valuable planet in the entire universe. But here's the catch. This incredible gift is actually a very, very elaborate trap designed to completely destroy them. So how is this trap set, and why did they walk right into it? Let's unravel this whole conspiracy. And this quote from Princess Irulan, it really just nails the whole situation. See, the trap that's being set for House Atreides isn't something new. It is the climax of an ancient feud, a rivalry that's been simmering for generations. Every single move here is calculated, and it's all weighted with history. So here's how we're going to break this down. We're going to look at this whole scheme in 5 parts. First up, the poisoned inheritance of Arrakis itself. Then we'll get to know the key players in this great game. After that, we'll check out Duke Leto's incredibly daring counterplan, and then we'll witness that brutal, shocking moment the trap is finally sprung. All right, let's start with the gift that's really not a gift at all. The desert planet Arrakis, known to pretty much everyone as Dune. This is the huge question hanging over House Atreides. I mean, on the surface, getting control of Arrakis looks like the opportunity of a lifetime. But just below all that sand, there is a threat so deadly it could wipe them off the map. So why is this one desert planet so unbelievably important? Well, it all comes down to one thing: melange, or as it's more commonly known, the spice. This stuff is the most valuable substance in the universe, period. It extends your life, sure, but the big one? It's the only thing that makes interstellar space travel possible. You've heard it before. He who controls the spice controls the universe. But here's the thing you gotta know about Duke Leto. He is no fool. He is not walking into this situation blind. He knows his rivals, the Harkonnens, have been planning this for decades, stockpiling spice, getting ready to sabotage production the second he arrives. The whole plan is to make House Atreides look incompetent, and to make them fail spectacularly. And this, right here, this is Duke Leto's whole philosophy. He is a master strategist. He believes that if you can see the trap, if you understand how it works, you can turn it to your own advantage. So this isn't the story of some naive victim. This is a high-stakes game of political chess, and the Duke is playing to win. So, who exactly are the players in this so-called great game? Well, it's a lot more complicated than just a simple family feud. You've basically got 3 major powers in this deadly dance. First, you have House Atreides, and their goal is simple: survive. Then you've got their ancient enemies, House Harkonnen, who want them completely and utterly destroyed. And then, pulling the strings from the shadows, you have the Padishah Emperor himself. He's terrified of Duke Leto's growing popularity and is secretly helping the Harkonnens to get him out of the picture. And just when you think you've got it figured out, there's another player, a 4th power moving in the shadows, the Bene Gesserit, a powerful and mystical sisterhood. They're playing a much, much longer game, a secret genetic breeding program that's been going for centuries. And its current focus? Well, that would be Duke Leto's own son, Paul. And you really can't get this conflict without understanding the 2 men in its heart. The difference between them couldn't be more extreme. Duke Leto rules through honor and inspires incredible loyalty. The Baron, on the other hand, rules through pure, abject terror. It's a fundamental clash of ideals, and the fate of the galaxy is literally hanging in the balance. So the Duke knows he's outgunned. He knows the Harkonnens and the Emperor have teamed up against him. He can't win a straight-up fight, so he comes up with this brilliant, daring counter-strategy. His only hope isn't to fight his enemies head-on. It's to harness the power of Arrakis itself. Leto's plan is something he calls desert power. See, he plans to win over the native Fremen, a people who have been totally misunderstood and underestimated by the Harkonnens. He sees their hidden potential. He believes he can turn them into an incredible fighting force and fund the whole thing with the very spice that was supposed to be his downfall. And this is where his plan gets really, really ambitious. He tells Paul he believes the Fremen can be trained to rival the Sardaukar, the Emperor's fanatical, seemingly invincible soldiers. I mean, that's a bold claim, an almost impossible one, but it is the absolute cornerstone of his plan for survival. And here is where you see the Duke's genius at work. He understands how the Sardaukar are made so tough. They are forged in the fires of the brutal prison planet Salusa Secundus. Leto looks at Arrakis and realizes it's an equally harsh crucible, the very source of his enemy's greatest strength a brutal environment, could become the key to his own survival. But all the brilliant plans in the universe don't matter if you run out of time. And Duke Leto is running out of time. His enemies move faster than he could have ever anticipated, and the trap closes with shocking, horrifying speed. The devastating blow, the one that ends it all, doesn't come from an enemy army. It comes from inside the house. It comes from the one place they thought they were completely safe. Their trusted family doctor, Yue, a man with Suk conditioning, which is supposed to make him psychologically incapable of causing harm. He is the traitor. He lowers the shields and leaves House Atreides completely defenseless. And with those shields down, the fall is just immediate. A massive force of Harkonnen troops, secretly backed by the Emperor's own Sardaukar, just completely overwhelms the Atreides forces. The Duke is captured, and his son Paul and his mother Jessica are taken out into the deep desert to be executed. And so, in a single night, the grand, brilliant plan of Duke Leto Atreides is left in absolute ruins. The trap worked. The great and noble House Atreides has been annihilated. Duke Leto is dead. His heir, Paul, and the Lady Jessica are now fugitives, hunted and completely alone on the most dangerous planet in the known universe. But the trap wasn't 100% perfect. Paul and Jessica managed to escape the initial attack. And now, their only chance of survival, their single sliver of hope, lies with the very people their father identified as the key to everything, the Fremen of the deep desert. The Duke's last hope has now become his son's only hope. See, the trap was designed to be the end of the Atreides story. But as this haunting plea from Arrakis suggests, it's really just the beginning of a much larger, more brutal, and far more epic struggle. The question is no longer how to evade the trap, but how to survive what comes after.